I have way too many to choose from. I was thinking of like when you were saying that, like something more like spontaneous of just making a decision when you said I went out to New York to obviously do that. I was thinking back when the Chicago Cubs were going to the World, we were hoping they were going to be going to the World Series. So when I was young, my grandfather, his passed away a long time ago, but he got me into baseball, like absolutely got me into baseball. And he was a Chicago Cubs fan because he grew up in Chicago. And so when we were probably as young as 4 or 5, we would take the train down and go to Chicago Cubs games, and he taught me how to score, which I still do today. Yeah. It's one of my favorite things to do if I go to a game.
Like a piece of paper.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah. And so I had always said, okay, if they go to the World Series, I want to be in Chicago. I want to be a part of that, be able to go to some of the games because we still go to some games. And so when it was getting closer to the World Series, the tickets were already, supposedly if they made it, we're going to be in the thousands. And so it was like, that's not going to happen. But we had every single year from, I would say since I had met my husband on, we had always got a hotel in downtown Chicago for the week of the World Series, just in the event that they would be there. So we thought we could have it. Because it was $90 a night versus whatever they ended up spending.
Yeah.
But right before the World Series was the NCLS championship, and they were playing against the Dodgers, and I had gone on and looked, and this was like 9 o'clock. I don't even know what day of the week it was. And I said, oh my gosh, they have tickets for tomorrow's game, and they're only $90 a piece. And I'm like, this would be awesome. We could see the NCLS game, see what it would take him to get there. And I called my friend, I use as my travel agent, Clara, and I said, can you help me do this? And literally within like 25 minutes, she was like, can you get on a bus to go to Chicago? And I was like, yeah. So we got on a bus to go to Chicago. She got us tickets. She got us a room in Chinatown, which wasn't too far from the baseball stadium. And we got the tickets for the next morning. So we flew out that night, ended up staying 2 nights and came back and watched them win there. And then as we were flying into Chicago, all the fireworks were going off because they had made it to the World Series.
Yeah.
So, and then we ended up staying down there for a week.
That's a really cool
my God.
fun.
Yeah.
But it was within, and I walked into the living room and I said, Jason, I just booked us tickets to fly out to LA. And he's like, when? And I go, now. And he's like, Tiffany, I have to work. And I said, I know, I already reached out to your boss. We're going.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
That's a great surprise.
Yeah.